What if the silence is the loudest clue of all? 4 months now, Kendrick Lamar has been moving the same way he always does. Quiet, calculated, almost invisible. No constant interviews. No 4 singles. No desperate headlines. And yet, somehow, the noise around him keeps growing louder by the day. Now the hip-hop world is buzzing again. Not because of a press release. Not because of a rollout. But because of a tiny snippet, a few cryptic words, and a trail of breadcrumbs that feels way too intentional to ignore. People are asking the same question in comment sections, group chats, and late-night Twitter spaces. Is Kendrick Lamar about to drop again? In this video, everything gets broken down. A mysterious Soundwave snippet. Strange comments caught on camera. PG Lang accounts posting nonstop. Producers hinting without saying too much. And a pattern that longtime Kendrick fans know all too well. So before this turns into I told you so, let's slow down and look at every clue. Before we go further, support me by liking this video and subscribing to this channel. It helps a lot. It starts the way Kendrick moments usually do. Quietly. Soundwave, one of Kendrick Lamar's closest collaborators, posts a snippet. No long explanation. No bold caption. Just audio. And immediately, people lean in. At first listen, it doesn't feel unfinished. It doesn't sound like a throwaway idea. It sounds structured, intentional, like a record already breathing on its own. There's a rawness in the vocals. A line about being 16. A sense of movement, like drifting between memories. And then there's the instrumental, funk-leaning, slightly dusty, almost nostalgic. This isn't the type of sound you casually leak for fun. Listeners start replaying it, over and over, because every time it loops, it reveals something new. The rhythm, the emotion, the way it feels more like a full song previewed out of context than a random studio moment. That's when the real question hits. Is this something that didn't make GNX? Or is this something else entirely? Here's the thing about Kendrick Lamar and TD. Nothing is accidental. They don't tease without purpose. They don't post randomly. And they definitely don't let snippets float around unless there's a reason behind it. This clip doesn't feel like a scrap. It feels too polished, too emotionally grounded, too complete. If it were just in used GNX material, why let it surface now? Why attach Soundwave's name to it? Why allow the conversation to grow instead of shutting it down? That's where longtime fans start connecting dots. Because Kendrick's pattern has always been the same. Silence, subtle hints, confusion, clarity, impact. And right now, the silence just broke. Let's talk about the vibe for a second. That instrumental doesn't sound modern in a trendy way. It sounds rooted, funk-influenced, almost like it belongs at a family cookout where someone stops mid-conversation. There's a 90s undertone to it. That warm, head-nod energy. The kind of beat that doesn't need a scream, it pulls you in. Kendrick has always mastered that balance, making records that feel approachable on the surface, but layered underneath. Music you can enjoy casually, until the lyrics hit and force you to rewind. That's why people are reacting the way they are. Because this snippet doesn't sound like Kendrick chasing anything. It sounds like Kendrick setting the tone. Many fans are picking up on something familiar. The snippet carries echoes of Damn, arguably Kendrick's most commercially fluid project. That album balanced accessibility and depth without compromising identity. GNX, on the other hand, leaned heavily into West Coast roots, function records, and regional energy. It felt like Kendrick planting his feet firmly in his culture. So what comes next? If history tells us anything, Kendrick doesn't repeat himself. He responds to himself. That could mean the next phase blends the funk of GNX with the sharp focus of Damn. Something celebratory, but precise. Fun, but still intentional. And if that's the case, the snippet makes perfect sense. There's been a lot of confusion around the phrase, "let the party die." Some people took it literally, as if Kendrick wanted to kill fun music. End vibes. Shut down joy in hip-hop. But that was never the message. The real meaning feels closer to this. Let lazy creativity die. Let empty celebration die. Let soulless music die. Because Kendrick has never been anti-fun. He's anti-fake. And this snippet proves it. It sounds like a reminder. You can still dance. You can still vibe, but do it with purpose. That's the difference. After hearing the clip multiple times, one thing becomes clear. Kendrick isn't testing the waters. This doesn't feel like uncertainty. It feels like confidence. The kind of confidence that doesn't announce itself. The kind that lets speculation do the talking. The kind that allows fans to slowly realize something big is coming without ever saying it out loud. And that's when the conversation shifts from, is this real, to when? Right as the momentum builds, there's a brief pause in the commentary. A real-world moment that reminds viewers this isn't scripted perfection, it's authentic reaction. A short detour into side hustles. Apps making extra money. It's casual, relatable, human. And then, just like Kendrick's silence, the focus snaps right back. Because the clues didn't stop. Now, this is where things get interesting. At a public moment following a TD event, Kendrick Lamar is caught speaking casually with Chef Boy. No microphones, no stage, just conversation. And then he says it. We got one coming. Say less. Not metaphorical, not poetic, direct. People rewind the clip because they think they misheard it. But it's clear. And when someone suggests he should drop something petty at the perfect time, Kendrick smiles. That's not denial. That's confirmation without commitment. And Kendrick fans know, when he says say less, that usually means everything has already been decided. Then there's PG Lang. More specifically, Project 3. For weeks, the account has been unusually active, posting cryptic visuals, symbols, images that don't explain themselves. A divider, a logo, the number 3 showing up again and again. No captions, no clarity, just mystery. And this is exactly how PG Lang operates. Controlled ambiguity, letting fans interpret, letting anticipation build organically. Combine that with recent website changes and non-stop activity, and it starts to feel less like coincidence and more like a countdown. When speculation reaches a certain level, people start looking outward. Producers, insiders, Google searches. Soundwave has already hinted that work never stopped. That foundations were laid years ago. Terrence Martin has publicly expressed excitement about upcoming Kendrick projects. DJ Head has teased major news. Even Google's AI summary points to the same conclusion. New Kendrick Lamar music is in motion. Possibly collaborative. Possibly tied to Baby Keem. Possibly a deluxe Gen-X moment. Or something entirely new. Every path leads to the same destination. So here's where things stand. A snippet that sounds too finished to ignore. A comment that sounds too direct to dismiss. Accounts posting too much to be random. Producers hinting without denying anything. Kendrick Lamar doesn't rush. He doesn't panic. And he definitely doesn't move without intention. Which means if all these signals are lining up, something is coming. And if he really wants to lean into that petty genius energy, the timing alone could shake the culture. So the real question isn't if Kendrick is dropping. It's how ready are people when he does? Thanks for watching. Remember to like this video and subscribe to this channel.